पाहि गजानन विघ्ननाश विनायका
प्रणवस्वरूपा पाहि गजानन विघ्ननाश विनायका
एकदन्ता हे गुणवन्ता विघ्ननाशा 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 विनायका
श्रितजनपालना सिन्धुरवदना विघ्ननाशा विनायका
श्रितजनपालना सिन्दूरवदना विघ्ननाशा विनायका
श्रितजनपालना सिन्धुरवदना विघ्ननाशा विनायका महादेव शिव गौरी नन्दन विघ्ननाशा विनायका महादेव शिव गौरी नन्दन विघ्ननाशा विनायका
महादेव शिव गौरी नन्दन विघ्ननाशा विनायका
प्रणवस्वरूपा पाहि गजानन विघ्ननाश विनायका
प्रणवस्वरूपा पाहि गजानन विघ्ननाश विनायका
एकदन्ता हे गुणवन्ता विघ्ननाशा विनायका
एकदन्ता हे गुणवन्ता विघ्ननाशा विनायका
श्रितजनपालना सिन्धुरवदना विघ्ननाशा विनायका
जनपालना सिन्दूरवदना विघ्ननाशा विनायका
महादेव शिव गौरी नन्दन विघ्ननाशा विनायका
महादेव शिव गौरी
महादेव शिव गौरी नंदन विघ्ननाशा विनायका
महादेव शिव गौरी नंदन विघ्ननाशा
प्रणवस्वरूपा पाहि गजानन विघ्ननाश विनायका
ब्रह्माण्डनायका हे साई सुंदरा ब्रह्माण्डनायका हे साई सुंदरा हे श्याम सुंदरा हे साई सुंदरा श्याम सुंदरा हे साई सुंदरा हे श्याम सुंदरा हे साई सुंदरा हे श्याम सुंदरा हे साई सुंदरा त्रिपुरीश्वरा हे साई सुंदरा
परमेश्वर श्री साई प्रभु परमेश्वर श्री साई प्रभु ईश्वर साई प्रभु
ईश्वर वंदना साई
ईश्वर वंदन साई प्रभु
ईश्वर वंदना साई
परमेश्वर श्री साई प्रभु ईश्वर अल्लाह श्री साई राम नाम
ईश्वर अल्लाह श्री साई राम
ईश्वर अल्लाह श्री साई राम नाम
ईश्वर अल्लाह श्री साई राम
बुद्ध ज़ोराष्ट्र साई कृष्ण नाम
बुद्ध ज़ोराष्ट्र साई कृष्ण नाम
बुद्ध ज़ोराष्ट्र साई कृष्ण नाम
साई कृष्ण नाम
माधव मोहन साई नारायण
माधव मोहन साई नारायण
माधव मोहन साई नारायण
माधव मोहन साई नारायण
प्रेम अवतारा प्रभु साई राम
प्रेम अवतारा प्रभु साई
प्रेम अवतारा प्रभु साई राम
प्रेम अवतारा प्रभु साई
परमेश्वर श्री साई प्रभु ईश्वर वंदन साई प्रभु
ईश्वर वंदन साई
परमेश्वर श्री साई प्रभु ईश्वर अल्लाह श्री साई राम नाम
श्री साई राम
बुद्ध ज़ोराष्ट्र साई कृष्ण नाम
बुद्ध ज़ोराष्ट्र साई कृष्ण नाम
माधव मोहन साई नारायण
माधव मोहन साई नारायण
प्रेम अवतारा प्रभु साई राम
प्रेम अवतारा
प्रेम अवतारा प्रभु साई राम
प्रेम अवतारा प्रभु साई
पर श्री साई प्रभु
शिरडी साई परदी साई हमको दीजो प्रेमामृत धारा प्रेमामृत धारा साई परदी साई हमको दीजो प्रेमामृत शिरडी साई परदी साई हमको दीजो प्रेमामृत धारा प्रेमामृत धारा साई परदी साई हमको दीजो प्रेमामृत
Om Shri Sai Ram. Offering our pranams at the feet of Sadguru Shri Madhusudan Sai. Respected elders, brothers and sisters, students and staff who gathered here from the various educational campuses, Sai Ram and good evening. With a heavy heart, we would like to share that during the early hours of this morning, Shri B. Narayan Rao Sir, Secretary, Shri Sathya Sai Lok Seva Trust, merged with the Divine. His has been a life of complete surrender, devotion, and service to the Lord. As a spirited youth, he was one of the 4 founding members of the Lokaseva Vrinda in 1961. When he chanced upon the biography of Bhagwan Baba Satyam Shivam Sundaram and subsequently visited Puttaparthi, he instantly knew for certain that he had found his God and Master. In fact, it was he who conveyed and convinced Sri Madhyal Narayan Bhatt, our revered founder, to visit Puttaparthi. And since then, there was no looking back. He served in various capacities over the last 70 years as a dedicated teacher and warden, molding thousands of students, and also as an administrator of the trust. As we offer our collective respects and prayers, we will observe 10 seconds of silence in honor of this great devotee, Shri B. Narayan Rao Sir. May we now request Shri B. N. Narsamurthy Sir to kindly share a few words.
Offering our loving pranams at the lotus feet of Sadguru Shri Madhusudan Sai, distinguished musicians, guests, brothers and sisters, and very dear students, boys and girls from various campuses who have gathered here for the annual sports and cultural festival. I stand here to pay homage to one of the purest human beings with whom I had the privilege to live and serve, and a great patriot, devotee of God, and most importantly, dedicated servant of both Sri Sathya Sai Lok Seva Mission and Sri Madhusudan Sai Global Humanitarian Mission. I call him one of the purest human beings whom I had met because I know him since 1965 when I first visited Alike in the month of November. The purity of heart bestows upon man many rewards. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God, said Jesus. That is one thing. But one thing I have observed in my life is purity of heart also inspires a higher intelligence in the person. A higher intelligence which is more incisive than the mundane intelligence which can bestow upon us mundane success, worldly success. And one of the benefits of that higher intelligence, or you call it spiritual intelligence, is it will liberate you from pettiness of mind and worldliness. That is one thing. And secondly, he will be able to, a person who has this purity of heart and hence the spiritual intelligence, will be able to recognize divine personalities wherever. Here, I should state that Sri Narayan Rao, whom we very lovingly called Narayan Anna, our elder brother, he was the first to recognize Madhyal Narayan Bhatt. He was the first follower of Madhyal Narayan Bhatt when he was studying in the school, high school at Puttur. Both were students of the high school at Puttur. And there he recognized the greatness of Narayan Bhatt at such a tender age. Imagine studying in 9th or 10th class. He developed such love for Anna and such loyalty because of his purity of heart. And also he is the first among us to have recognized the divinity of Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba also. Even before Madhyal Narayan Bhatt Anna went to Puttaparthi to have the darshan of Sri Sathya Sai Baba, on having read the biography Satyam Shivam Sundaram written by N. Kasturi, he went to Puttaparthi all alone. And first sight, he was convinced, because of his purity of heart and the spiritual intelligence, here was God walking on the earth. And he came back and conveyed to all his brothers, including Madhyal Narayan Bhatt, here is Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba, who is the personification of God, God walking on 2 feet. In fact, Narayan Bhatt was skeptical, but Narayan Rao insisted, and both of them went to Puttaparthi, and what happened after that is a part of history. Only once Narayan Bhatt saw Sathya Sai Baba granting darshan from the first floor veranda, he broke down, and he was in tears for more than an hour. That's what I have heard from Narayan Rao. And that's it. And both of them surrendered. And more importantly, when Sadhguru Madhusudan Sai made his advent at Muddenahalli way back in 2011, I should tell you here, and Narayan Rao was in hospital. He was hospitalized in MS Ramaya Hospital. And I went there to convey to him that Sadhguru Sri Madhusudan Sai has made his advent in Muddenahalli, and he was so pure in heart, immediately he believed. And I should tell you here that he was one of the first elders among our Tyagajivis to recognize the divinity of Sadhguru Sri Madhusudan Sai. And such a person surrendered to God, totally dedicated to God. I want to tell you a few things about him, especially for our students. This morning when Sadhguru came to bless his mortal remains in Premamrutham, he made a few points, in fact 4 points. See, these are very important points which all our students and the devotees, followers, everybody should note. He said, but for Narayan Rao, the mission, the current mission of Madhusudan Sai Global Humanitarian Mission would not have been possible. This is a statement that Sadhguru made, and I wholeheartedly accept it. And then, when I look back, in fact, the seeds of this global humanitarian mission, spearheaded by Sadhguru Sri Madhusudan Sai, started way back in 2009 when Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba visited Muddenahalli for the last time in his physical sojourn, and 14th of February 2009. On the stage, everything has been recorded, everything has been videographed, anybody can see it. That is the day when Baba, in his very feeble voice, because he was not able to speak, with that authority those days, and he called Narayan Rao, and then he called me also. And that was the first time I heard from Baba, because for 30 years I was away from Muddenahalli from 1983, when Baba came here and took me to Puttaparthi. Later on in Vrindavan, almost 30 years, I was away. And Baba first time told me, see Narasimhamurthy, you have work in Muddenahalli, you will have to come back. Those days, we couldn't even imagine, because in 2009, that was 2 years before Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba dropped his mortal coil. Nobody ever imagined that Baba would live only for 2 years, 2009 to 2011. And he called me, he materialized this ring and slipped it on my finger and said, you have your job. So this is the preamble to the mission of Sadhguru Sri Madhusudan Sai. Then he called, Narayan Rao was standing there, he said, both of you should work together. Both of you should work together for the mission. At that point of time, we really did not understand. Now I very well understand why Sadhguru this morning made a statement like, but for him, the mission would not have been possible here, because being an elder to me, and naturally elder to Sadhguru also in the physical dimension, and he surrendered to Sadhguru. See, that is very, very important. He was looking after Muddenahalli. I came back to Muddenahalli after almost 30 years. But every word of Sadhguru, he believed and he followed. He obeyed. See, that is why Sadhguru made the statement, this mission would not have been possible but for Narayan Rao. That's what he said. And the second point is that it was Narayan Rao, whenever Baba came to Muddenahalli, several times I came with Baba to Muddenahalli from Whitefield, and he would always pray to Swami Baba, Swami, we should establish a missionary training center here, a training center for dedicated workers in Muddenahalli. In fact, I still remember in the 2007 when Baba visited, he insisted so much that Swami, to some extent, I felt Baba was slightly, upset. And he said, Narayan Rao, it is all right, I can establish, but who is there to lead from the front in this place? I am ready to do it. But there is no leader who can lead from the front. See, Baba had foreseen the coming of Sadhguru Sri Madhusudan Sai, who will lead this Tyagijivi movement from the front. See, that is the most important thing. And this morning Sadhguru said, Sri Sathya Sai University for Human Excellence is the modern form of the training center for dedicated workers. Therefore, the students, boys and girls of the university have a great responsibility and also a wonderful opportunity. See, another statement that Sadhguru made is that Narayan Rao has attained moksha. Only Sadhguru can authoritatively make a statement like that. And then he said that people go to Kashi in order to drop the body so that they merge in God, so that they attain moksha. But Sadhguru said, Sathya Sai Grama, today is the moksha dama or moksha dwara. Anybody who serves selflessly in this place and gives up his mortal remains in this place will attain moksha. That was the declaration that Sadhguru made, and how fortunate we are. And as a person, Narayana Rao, I knew him so intimately. Many decades we worked together. I should tell you, he was like a coconut in the sense that outside he was very hard. Generally people would mistake him that he was very stern disciplinarian, but inside he was all very soft like the kernel of the coconut, and also the water, the coconut water. And a totally dedicated person, a great ideal for all the devotees, not only of Sadhguru Sri Madhusudan Sai. I would like to tell you, a great model, great ideal for all the devotees of Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. Also I would say, because 94 years, he lived for 94 years, and every minute he was thinking of God, he was thinking of Swami. And as long as he could physically do it, he served Baba first and then Sadhguru Sri Madhusudan Sai so very sincerely. And that dedication, that sacrifice, faith, love for God, surrender to God is something that all of us should emulate. With these words, I humbly offer our homage of everyone gathered here to the great soul, Sri B. Narayana Rao. In fact, this afternoon, Shivu sent me a message, WhatsApp. Sir, it's very difficult to think that Narayana Rao is not with us anymore. It's very difficult because he narrated one particular experience, that how he was looking after guests, any guests who came to the campus. Between 2009 and maybe 1997, Shivu and his parents started coming to this place. And every time they came here, how much love he showered on them. Every guest, he was so very attentive to details. A great administrator also. This is what all of us should note. With these words, I conclude my offering of homage to the great soul. Thank you very much. Sai Ram.
Thank you, sir. Before this evening's cultural program, we have a few recaps. The first is of Sadhguru's visit to Sri Lanka last week. He left from here on the 1st of January and landed at Colombo. Accompanying him on this trip were the second batch of postgraduate boy students along with their parents and a few guests. That evening, there was an intimate satsang at the residence of Mrs. Shrima Samaravikrama and Mr. Anil Samaravikrama. Upon arrival, Swami visited the puja room where he remarked that all the gods and goddesses in existence are represented and blessed the couple on their 50th anniversary. In his divine message, he emphasized that the goal for the new year should be to do more and more good than the previous year, for there is always God in good. He spoke of how countries such as India and Sri Lanka are protected to this day due to their strong spiritual history and divine heritage. The next day, everyone proceeded to Batticaloa, which is located on the eastern coast of Sri Lanka. Students and their parents visited various temples at Trincomalee and then reached Batticaloa. The Sri Sathya Sai Sanjeevani Hospital at Kirankulam, Batticaloa was inaugurated in 2022 at a time when the country was in the midst of a political and economic crisis. Within a year, a cath lab was established, and in 7 months of operations as of date, 450 cath interventions have been performed. There was a special program to commemorate this success. Mr. Deepal Vikramasinghe, Director of Sri Sathya Sai Karuna Nilayam Foundation, welcomed everyone, after which Dr. Ramesh Rao, the Director of the hospital, outlined the various services being rendered. There were talks by the Chief Cardiologist, Dr. Vinothan, and Professor Vallipuram Kanakasingam, the Vice Chancellor of the Eastern University, which works in collaboration with the hospital. 3 patients who had undergone these procedures were given the gift of life certificates. In his message, Sadhguru reiterated his vision and mission of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, the entire mankind as members of one family, and urged everyone to make their New Year resolution as more good to more people in more ways. He guided the team to finish 2,000 procedures by July and said that he would visit again once they were completed. The next day, everyone proceeded from Batticaloa to Hatton. On January 4th, Sadhguru first visited the tea factory and blessed all the employees there. Daughters of the employees who have been recruited as supervisors at the factory expressed to Swami their wish to continue education as there was no college in that area. To this, Sadhguru assured that he would very soon start a course for them in collaboration with the Eastern University. That evening, there was a satsang organized with everyone. Students and parents subsequently proceeded to Singapore and Malaysia for the rest of the trip. Villagers of the locality expressed a prayer to meet Swami, which he graciously accepted and blessed them all. Swami then also visited the cafe at the estate, the Hatton Tea Club, which was inaugurated last year, and subsequently returned back to Sathya Sai Grama on the 7th of January. The South India Content Summit 2024 was inaugurated this morning. It took place at the Lalit Ashok Hotel in Bangalore. The event, organized by Fourth Dimension Media Solutions, had Sadhguru deliver the introductory remarks. Swami began his talk by quoting from the Manusmriti. He said that it is very important to always speak the truth, to speak it in a pleasant manner, not to speak the untruth, even though it may seem pleasant. Media being the fourth pillar of democracy, he said, it is important for content creators today to follow this dictum while stressing on two aspects, responsibility and accountability. Earlier this evening, Sadhguru also addressed all the medical students at the Ate Shaw Hall, Rajeshwari block. He began by saying that as a founder and leader, his role is like that of a gardener who looks after, monitors and protects all saplings equally with great love and care. Swami advised the students that now that it's been a few months of their settling and adjusting to our institution, it is up to them to accept the institution as their own, along with the identity and responsibilities that come along. He urged them all to never take anything for granted, as all facilities and resources are being made possible only and only because of the sacrifice of many great devotees around the world. This evening, a musical bonanza awaits us through a fusion concert by a team of musicians from varied geographies, varied genres, creating a harmonious blend of Eastern and Western music. We have a delegation from the HKU University of Arts, Netherlands, a band of accomplished Carnatic artists of India, and our own students and staff of Sri Sathya Sai University for Human Excellence. May we request and invite on stage all the musicians, please. We have with us Mr. Ted McGowan on the flute and contrabass flute. He is an internationally recognized flautist and composer with a long history of exploring Carnatic approaches in his own music. On the piano is Korean-American composer and pianist Dr. Hai-Kyung Lee. She is a professor at Denison University in Ohio, USA. On the bass is Mr. Laurent Peckles, an app developer, music teacher from Luxembourg. Ms. Lydie Thonard will be playing the flute and piccolo. She is based in Brussels and is a flautist, singer, and body percussionist. Mr. Giles Carlier will be on the piano and clarinet. He teaches jazz rhythm and ear training at the Royal Conservatory of Brussels. We also have with us violin maestro Mysore Manjunathji, who is renowned world over as a musician, scholar, composer, and collaborator, having enthralled audiences from Sydney Opera House to Albert Hall in London, music festivals across the globe. Dr. Manjunath also serves as a member in the Academic Council at Sri Sathya Sai University for Human Excellence. Accompanying Manjunathji on the violin is his son, Sumant Manjunath, who is carrying forward his family's legacy of the violin. Shri B.C. Manjunath will be playing on the mridangam. A dynamic artist with outstanding credentials not only in Indian classical music, but also world music, including modern jazz, contemporary dance, and many more styles. We also have Sri Karthik Mani on the drums, an accomplished percussionist. He is a pioneer in Carnatic jazz fusion. Having performed globally, he is the first Indian percussionist to win Independent World Music Award for the World Fusion with the album Lehra. He's also accompanied many stalwarts and musicians in the likes of Zakir Hussain and Shankar Mahadevan. Please put your hands together for this wonderful group.
Good evening, everybody. It's so wonderful to be back here. Almost exactly 1 year ago, Dr. Maestro Manjunath, myself, and many of my colleagues here were performing on this stage. We had such a wonderful experience, and it's so great to come back, see how this place has developed so much already in 1 year, and see so many friendly faces, and this wonderful energy of all the students here. It's really inspiring. So we are really happy to be here and to play some music for you tonight. Yes. One of my main goals as an artist is to see what I can learn from Indian music and apply it in my own music. I am not an Indian musician, but I am inspired and I learn from it and I interpret it in my own way. And so tonight we have a number of compositions which are showing the fruits of this exploration. We will start with a composition of myself, which was from a concerto for B.C. Manjunath. We will play one movement of that, and it's called Pulse. Please enjoy.
tum 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 ta tum 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 ta 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 tin 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 ta tum ta tum tum ta tum ta tum ta ta
The next piece we will play is a composition by Dr. Haekyung Lee, who's a Korean-American composer, sitting at the piano. And this is a unique new composition she wrote last year for piano and this big flute, which I have, which is called the contrabass flute. Perhaps you remember it from last year. It's also one of the instruments I love to promote and develop. And she's composed this piece. It's called Russell. Okay, so the next piece, now we all love the Kolnokol solos of B.C. Manjunath and other Indian percussionists, this vocal percussion language. And it's fast and it's, it speaks to us because it's speaking actually. It's sort of speaking rhythms. So, and I've been listening to this for decades, and I've composed a new piece called Cycle Games. And in this piece, I'm also, again, inspired by this vocal percussion language, but I've applied it in a Western manner. So in the Indian music, typically you will have one line which one person will play and the others will play in unison, or they will be ornamenting that line. And in the West, Western classical music is very known for its counterpoint, where we have multiple voices going at the same time. And so then, as a listener, you can listen to, well, it's as if two people are speaking at the same time and following them. So I've composed this piece called Cycle Games, where there are two different lines going on constantly the whole time. So it's a sort of Western approach to Indian language.
The group will now be joined by students and staff of the Sri Sathya Sai University for Human Excellence. We will have Jeevan Sai on the piano, Sai Harikesh on the harp, Om Sai Pradhan on the bass guitar, Sai Shankar on the drum kit and harp, Likit Sai on the darabuka and baglama, Harish on the darabuka and dauli, Mayur on the bendir, Manu on the darabuka, cymbals and shakers, Ashwin on the western flute, Chinese flute, basuri and duduk, Kishore on the tabla, Abhiram Bode, Assistant Professor in Department of Music on the vocals, and last but not the least, we will also have multi-instrumentalist Greek-American musician Mr. Dimitris Lambrianos, who is the instructor for our students. He will play the Greek santur, bouzouki, Turkish saz and accordion. Thank you.
We are very honored to be joined by students here tonight. So it's a great honor for us to play music together. This next piece is a brand new composition by Dr. Mysore Manjunath. And he composed this piece just yesterday, and he taught it to us, and he taught it to the students. And this is also a unique new type of composition, which does things that most Indian music does not do. So we are all taking new steps all the time with our new music. The inspirational title, which he has thought of for this piece, is Ocean Breeze.
Next piece will be a raga in a raga Kirvana. We will do some improvisation and all my young friends will also join in the end. It is almost like a raga Tana Pallavi in a different version. Kirvani also being very popular, not only in India but also it is also popularly known as minor scale in Western classical music. So we have chosen this raga. We will do some improvisation and then percussion. They will also join. Raga Kirvani.
Mm-hmm.
Please join me in welcoming Demetris. The wonderful, wonderful Demetris. Thank you all so much. Our most respectful pranamas at the lotus feet of Sadhguru Swami. As he always says, music is one international universal language that can bring people together. It is a one occasion where musicians from different countries, from different genres, different instruments coming together. We spent just one day yesterday. We all spent just one day figuring out what are the compositions. We tuned the few compositions also, and they all learned it, and we arranged those compositions to different segments, and it's been again a wonderful, divine feeling for all of us, and our most respectful gratitude to Paramapujya Swami, who is instrumental. He is the person who makes all of us play. Thank you so much. Sai Ram.
Once again, let's all put our hands together for these wonderful musicians. Mr. Ned McGowan. Shri Mysore Manjunath ji. Shri B.C. Manjunath. Shri Mani Iyer, to Shri Mani Iyer ji. Mr. Dimitris Lambrianos. Big round of applause also to Dr. Hai Kyung Lee. Miss Liddy Thonard. Mr. Lauren Peckles. Mr. Giles Cartier. And Sumant Manjunath. And to all the students of the Sri Sathya Sai University for Human Excellence. A big round of applause, please.
I still remember your... Yeah. It's been a very beautiful musical evening and a lot of exposure for the students who have come from several campuses for their sports and cultural meet. They come from across 28 different school campuses which are in different geographies in different states of India. And I'm sure they all would have enjoyed this, and this is a new thing for them, new exposure. But I truly appreciate the efforts made by Manjunath ji for bringing all of you from Netherlands, from the US, and Brazil, and we do not know where all from, and also Luxembourg, and so Belgium and Korea. So it's truly an international music group over here. And again, as I said, one thing that they, even if they don't understand each other's language, they do understand music. That is how they converse with each other. And music, that's how unites the world. In fact, anything that comes from the heart unites the world. Anything that comes from the head divides the world. So I think music is something that is possible for only those who have a heart. And therefore, music unites the world. And I've seen our students and some of our staff, including Dimitri's play. I'm happy that they have the confidence to be on the same stage as these international artists, and they are able to perform. And this is the way forward. I hope that one day they will travel around the world and spread this message of unity through music that comes from the heart. And the variety also was beautiful today. We heard the Western, we heard the Eastern, a mix of both, and the Middle Eastern, beautiful beats, the Greek beats, which are very rather off beats of Greek, which we enjoyed very much. And truly it was a very beautiful experience. I look forward to many more such collaborations. Music, as I said, is transcendental. It crosses all boundaries and connects all hearts. And in this world, which is getting increasingly divided by very narrow ideologies, I think music is one way to unite the world. And I look forward to many more such occasions where you all can come together, train and teach each other, learn from each other, and then take this music around the world with this message of global unity and peace. I hope that happens sooner than later. Don't wait for another year to make it happen. Professor, to you only. Don't wait for another year to happen. But I do remember last year's performance. I do remember the contra flute and especially the Rag Shana. They played the Vandanamu, Raghunandanamu, which was a beautiful effort from your side to mix both the Western and Eastern efforts. So I still remember that. I truly congratulate you for all the effort that you're putting in bringing the two worlds of music together. And I truly appreciate. And I also enjoyed some of your very unique compositions today. So music doesn't need an instrument. Your body itself produces enough music if you can get it to do that. And that's what he proved through the composition that he brought in. So I'm truly very happy, and I look forward to many more such occasions in the near future. Once again, most grateful to you and the team for having traveled all the way to be here to present this music to every one of us. You are a part of our family, the global family, and therefore I look forward to many more such concerts together, including our university students and stuff. Once again, thank you very much for Manjunath ji for this musical effort.
ओम जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी सत्य साई हरे भक्त जना संरक्षक भक्त जना संरक्षक पति महेश्वरा ओम जय जगदीश हरे शशिवदना श्रीकरा सर्वा प्राणपते स्वामी सर्वा प्राणपते आश्रित कल्पलतिका आश्रित कल्पलतिका आपद्बांधवा ओम जय समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु शांति शांति शांति। जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की जय।